Yes, this episode of GameByte is brought to you by Jinx.com. Use the promo code QuitStalling_366 to check out to get 10% off of all your gaming and geek swag. Is Shroud not C9th, but first in your heart? Is Your Mother Was a Murloc something you've always wanted on a t-shirt? Did finding out that CaraCute was the guest for this episode make you want to get some Hearthstone swag? Well, same for me. So let's head on over to Jinx.com together and use the promo code QuitStalling_366 at checkout, because you know what? They got a wide variety of apparel and accessories, from our favorite Blizzard games to Halo to Witcher to Minecraft and so much more. Once again, when you get over to Jinx.com, use the promo code QuitStalling_366 and help us save you 10% off of everything you buy. Everything, not just one thing, not just a second thing, but everything off of your shopping cart. All right, welcome everyone to GameByte. This is the podcast that details the weekly episodic adventures of 2 to 3 fairly young men in their quest to find the meaning of life in video games. This week, class is in session. Oh, thank you. Oh wait, they can't hear you yet. There we go. Now they can hear you. This week, class is in session as we give away one very special night of private Hearthstone coaching at the end of the show. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'll give you that.
It's just on the top of my head. It's just on the top of my head. I'm just thinking about this. You know?
It's all that training.
Oh my god, what training? Lack of training, if anything. Alright, so guys, welcome. This is GameByte. Like I said, I am your host, Herald plays Silvestre. I know it's not that climactic, but that was my given name at birth. You could check my birth certificate. And you know what? I've got gamers with me today. Of course, my ever dependable co-host, which we'll get to in just a second, and of course, our lovely guest, who we'll also get to in a second. It's all about me, guys. No, we're gonna get to them right now. It's all about me. All right, so let's get to it. Quit Stalling's resident tavern keeper, welcoming you to his inn. It's the Fury Bot himself. It's Mick DeGuzman. How you doing, Mick?
Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening to everybody on chat. Good evening to you, Harold, and good evening to our special guest.
Woo!
It's gonna be a great night, man. It's gonna be a great night.
Indeed. All right, should we get to the special guest? Should we do this one? Okay. According to Miko P of the local Hearthstone scene, she is 1/5 of the Philippines' Hearthstone Power Rangers. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for CaraCute! Oh wow, crowd favorite, CaraCute over here. Crowd favorite. Welcome, Cara, to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Doing good. Just got off from work 3 hours ago.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for making time to do something as stupid as GameByte with your busy day and your full schedule. Oh my gosh, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show, Cara.
Thank you.
All right, so you're so sweet. Okay, let me play some music in the background. Oh, that's loud.
Oh God, it's so loud again.
My bad. All right, so. Yeah. Cara, this is what we do at the start of every show. Is I talk to you guys, I talk to the chat, and as an icebreaker, I ask everyone, what have you been playing? It's a very sincere, from the bottom of my heart. I'm curious, what have you been playing? So Mick, let's start off with you.
Thank you.
All right, well, Mick, what have you been playing?
Well, thank you for asking. So I should probably start something new here. So I should probably start with my preferred toilet games, and then we'll go on to like whatever console or PC. So let's start with the toilet games. So I tried out this new game. It's called Helix Jump. It's I saw it on Instagram. It was just a advertisement, and it's actually pretty fun. It's actually very, very annoying. Wait, let me pull that up. But aside from that, I was also playing Monument Valley. It's very nice. Very how do you describe something that's very like scenic? Oh, there we go. Scenic puzzle game. It's very confusing. So this is what Helix Jump looks like. Let me wait this load. So it looks like this, and then you just have to turn So every time you try to pass through, you have to keep turning it. So you have to, and then eventually you're gonna end up like avoiding those red marks. So it's pretty fun. It's very addicting, actually.
Awesome.
And aside from that, of course, there's the usual Hearthstone. Well, I'm really enjoying Even Shaman now. A friend of mine introduced me to that list, and it's amazing. It is so good. A lot of people don't even expect it. They're all like, "Oh, I'll probably mulligan for control," and then all of a sudden it's Even Shaman, and it's actually a tempo setup, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I got out tempoed," right? So that's pretty cool. And aside from that, of course, you're the usual Final Fantasy 14. I started Final Fantasy 12 finally.
Nice.
The combat system is just it's just so awkward. It's a turn-based system, but then they're moving around. So you're like, why can't I press anything? Why are they not moving? They're just like, okay, when is it his turn? Okay, and then I got hurt, and then he starts moving, and then okay again. So it's kind of it's okay. I mean, as a kid, I was really like, wow, this is the first time I saw this. But after like I don't know when did it come out? Like 2006? I don't know, 2007. Mm-hmm. So after all these years, and you just see it again, you're like, wow, what the hell was I playing? Yeah, but that's basically it for me. What about our special guest, Cara?
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
For me, last week I joined the Scrim Night for the Overwatch.
Woo!
So,
And you did great. Oh my god, you held that point on Blizzard World so well as Soldier. That was awesome. That was really good.
Yeah.
it was like first time I play Overwatch in maybe 6 months. I haven't touched that game.
Wow.
So I just started playing again yesterday, just completing, the arcade games to get the free loot box.
Yeah. Free to play.
9
Play.
weeks. 9 weeks.
And then yesterday also I played one game of Dota 2.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just got so bored with Hearthstone yesterday. And,
Is it that time of the season?
yeah.
Oh, it's ending. So it's like
Yeah.
one more day, and then it's like, oh, new season again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, my friend just invited me if I want to play our party, so I just played one game, and then of course Hearthstone. Yeah.
Of course.
It's last day tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh no, the June 1, 3 p.m. is the server reset. So if you want to get a good ladder finish, you need to climb the ladder.
Yeah, you got 2 days, people. Less than 2 days, actually.
2 days. I already got the 10 because I don't think I'm gonna hit 5. So
Good job.
Good job.
I'm okay. Maybe I'll try again next season. Because the nerfs came in, and you're like, oh man, I just lost the decks I'm using. So it's like that. Yeah.
I thought you said you were happy with the nerfs.
I'm happy with the nerfs, but that's the thing. You're playing with. It gets very toxic, but then how do you fight toxicity? You try to join it, so that at least they know what they're getting into, so that they can feel like, oh, this guy, why is he using this deck? But you're using that
fighting
deck.
fire with fire.
Fire with fire, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, anyway, Herald, what have you been playing?
Thanks, Elder Jin, and thank you, Mick. Thank
What?
you, Mick.
And he wanna get this guy. God damn it.
Now, thank you for asking, guys. So, surprisingly, I haven't had time to play World of Warcraft at all in the past week and a half. So, I have been dedicating what little time I have to Overwatch, and I've been able to climb a little bit on the competitive ladder. Enli is now hosting us with 4 viewers. Thank you, Enli.
Thank you very much.
You're the man. All right, and I've been playing a little bit of Hearthstone on the toilet, as we do, guys. And of course, I've been playing a little Pokemon Go as of late because I've been walking quite a bit, and I wanted to make the most of I wanted to gamify my walking, just not waste
Pokemon.
steps, not waste any of my kilometers. So I've been playing a little bit of that, just a little bit. Aside from that, we got to go to Righteous Glory over the weekend, which is something I want to talk about right now. If we may. Where is that?
Where is our?
There, I got a clip of it. There. So me, Diego, Mick, amongst other friends, we got to go to the Summer Spirit Bomb, which is an event held by Rumble Royale and Streamers Philippines, both local organizations. It was a charity event that we got to go to benefit the Save the Children Foundation, and it was super fun because honestly, at the last minute when we were planning on leaving, because we were just there to have fun, and when we were planning on leaving, they went up to us and they were like, "Hey, you guys want?" Thanks to Seikachu, actually. Thanks to KL So-chan.
Shout out to Twitch Mom.
Yeah, the Twitch Mom. She referred us to those guys running the whole day, and they were like, "Oh, you guys wanna play a game? It'll be on the front page of Twitch." And we were like, "Yeah, yes, yes." So yeah, we were lucky enough to, and then technical difficulties happened, so we got to do our thing where we stalled. Actually, it's not our thing. We're quit stalling. But yeah, so we got to talk a little bit, like as we're showing right now, because they were fixing the technical difficulties, and then we got to playing. Let me load that real quick. Yeah, so we got to playing the actual game. It was Tomb Raider, the Temple of Osiris, and it was fun. Me, Diego, Seikachu, and of course Nick Droid in the chat was there with us, and we got to raise a couple of bucks for the Save the Children Foundation, a couple of money, and at the same time we had so much fun. Yeah, we just blew ourselves up there, and you know what? There's nothing like playing video games to benefit other people. So it was awesome, and huge shout out to the guys over at Rumble Royale for pulling it together. They raised like what, $6,000 plus?
About 300,000 pesos.
Oh my god, that's a lot of money for 3 days.
That's a lot of money. Congratulations to you guys.
To save the children.
Yep.
Save the children. And we got to meet great people like Susie Soar. Finally got to meet Seikachu in person. So many people we got to meet. So shout out to everyone we got to meet there. We hope we get to hang out with you guys more in the future. But you know what? Enough about the weekend. I was wearing my LA Gladiators jersey there. Hi, Sure4. Enough about the weekend. Let's find out what other people have been playing. What else have people been playing in the chat? Eldergen says, I've completed a playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered a couple of days ago. After that, I've been playing Hearthstone. Ooh. Exodia Mage has been my go-to this weekend. It's so good. Good stuff, dude. Iron Hammerstream in the chat says, been playing Honkai Impact. That sounds like a meme. Honkai Impact on my phone every now and then. Very waifu game. Oh, good stuff. Talk games.
Waifu.
Anyone else mention what they've been playing in the chat? Well, let us know what you guys have been playing over in the chat, and we'll read them out as we go along. Kara, Mick, any shout outs you guys want to give? Any shout outs you guys want to give?
Carrie, of course, ladies first. You have any shout outs to give?
Shout out to my daughter Caramel. She's here right now.
Yay!
She'll show herself later.
yeah, we should have her on camera later on.
Yeah.
We don't want her stealing too much of mommy's spotlight, right? Like that's it's my episode. It's my episode. All right. Anli says he's been playing Dragon Nest Mobile. Oh, sorry, Kara. Keep going.
Yeah, and to the Hearthstone Philippines, if anyone is in the chat, hello.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Huge shout out to the Hearthstone Philippines community. So like we said, Nick Droid has been playing he's been playing. He mentioned it earlier, wasn't he? Didn't he?
Mania 2DX, I think.
Oh, okay, awesome. And then Enli's been playing Dragon Nest Mobile. And I want to give shout out to the people who have followed us in the past few minutes. So let's shout out to Nick Droid, Jastain17, Mito_band006, Cake. Keyk, that's an awesome name. Sulf VG, and of course, I think Gibbs and Chill's in the chat. I saw him earlier on. Oh, and Ren's Hill over in the chat says Hearthstone PH love. Oh, yeah.
Love.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Hearts. Yeah. Hearts. And before we begin, I want to give a special shout out to Mineski's most good-looking talent, Butters PH. We forgot to say that. In Righteous Glory.
No,
so we're gonna say it now. Oh, you did?
I did. Do not insult me, sir.
I'm gonna clip that later.
I made it a point to give a shout out to Oppa Butters.
Oh, Butters, the man, of course. Shout out again to Nick Droid. Amazing song. He was. For those of you who don't know, Nick Droid was actually the composer of the theme song for Righteous Glory 2018. So you guys can actually, it was actually it was played like I think the whole 3 days. For the whole 3 days, hear it, especially when it was when they were setting up, when they were transitioning per person per stream, they were playing that song nonstop. It's actually a pretty good song. Yep.
Good.
So you guys check it out. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to it. You know what, Mick? I want to talk to our guests because that's the reason why we have guests, is to talk to them, get to know them, find out what makes them tick, and find out a little bit about their soul. I want to know. I want to know CaraCute's soul. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let me put the music down.
Wait, did you say soul?
Yes, soul, like Soul Calibur or Soul Stone. Shout out to the Warlocks in the chat. All right, let's do this. I know I have a soundbite for this. Which one was it? Oh, this one. All right, here we go. Eldergen's gonna get on me for that. Here we go.
Welcome to the end.
Welcome to the end, CaraCute. This is the part of the show where we interview our special guest, and it's brought to you by Coapps' Word Beach. If you guys like spelling, if you like fruits, if you like spelling words with fruits, then download Coapps. And download Coapps' game Word Beach. Available now on iOS and Android. Challenge your brain as you spell words like fun and functional. No, there aren't enough letters to spell functional. But just have some fun. Yeah, play Word Beach. Out now, iOS and Android. Shout out to everyone from Coapps, Salon, Francis, everyone there. You guys are awesome. Okay, enough about other people. Cara, enough about other people. This is about us. This is about you, me, and Mick. Let's find out more about CaraCute. Cara, how you doing?
Doing good.
Caught her off guard there. Okay. Cara, we had the pleasure of meeting you during our first ever fireside gathering, which was so much fun. You destroyed the competition.
Yep.
The second you found out that it was a Funko Pop up for grabs, you just wrecked everyone. You're like, oh, what's the prize for the mini tournament? A Funko Pop? Bam, bam, bam. You just destroyed everyone.
Do I have Thrall? You were checking on your phone. Do I have Thrall in my pictures? Nope, I don't. Let's go.
So, I wanna welcome you to the show officially, because I've been wanting to get you on the show since the fireside gathering, and I want to ask a couple of starter questions. So, for those who in the chat and listening at home, who don't know, who is CaraCute?
Yeah, I'm a Hearthstone player for TNC. I just actually celebrated 1 year with the team. I started May 2017. So
nice. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thanks.
good stuff.
Yeah.
So are you is that right? I think I understood this correctly from Mikopi's chat. You were the only Hearthstone professional on the TNC Philippines roster?
I'm the only player for TNC for Hearthstone. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. How did you get into TNC? Or how did they find you?
So basically, I'm just looking for a team for a sponsor for like tournaments all of the countries. Then one of the owner of TNC is a good friend. And then they just saw my performances. Then he asked how can he help me. So that's where it started.
That's so cool. Where did you meet the owner?
Actually, before, because ever since I was 10 years old.
Wow. Childhood friend.
No, I'm already playing computer games. Then he's the owner of the TNC Cyber Cafe. Before, it was really popular then. It was just a small internet shop.
Oh man,
wow.
Humble beginnings for both CaraCute and TNC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of like when I first saw Mineski in DLSU, like across the street. I was like, oh, they have a really nice internet cafe with like games and stuff. And then like after I graduated. I was like, they have an esports team. They have multiple esports teams.
Yes, they do.
So like
international esports teams. Let me point that
cool. It was pretty cool. So yeah, Kara. So Mito Ban in the chat wanted to also ask you when you joined TNC officially. So that was a year ago, right?
Yeah, that was May 2017.
May 2017. So how did you guys celebrate? Did you have like a little mini anniversary party? How did that go?
I just give away a raffle.
Oh, is that the wallet?
Was it the wallet?
Yeah, the Hearthstone wallet.
You mean this wallet?
Yeah, that one.
Sorry, I bought it as well. It was a really good, like, for BlizzCon 2016. Am I right? It was for 2016.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Oh, 2015. Yeah, sorry.
So has the raffle concluded?
Yeah, it's already concluded.
So who won? Who won? It wasn't me, because
It was a girl, Mitch. I think he's not a Hearthstone player, but he follows my page.
Oh.
Awesome. So shout out to Mitch. Congratulations on that wallet. It's pretty cool. That's one of those wallets that you just keep in a glass case somewhere in Europe.
I've had mine for like 3 years and it's still pretty good. I still use it from time to time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Kara, you're a Hearthstone pro. You've played video games since you were 10. You knocked down a lot of my questions right away, which is awesome. So since you've been playing since 10, I want to know what were the first games you've played? You'd played.
Yeah, first game is StarCraft. StarCraft, the very first one.
Oh
I
my
used to play
God.
that when I was in high school, like 6 hours in a day after school.
Wow.
Then Counter-Strike. I used to be competitive as well.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! So you showed your brains with playing StarCraft, and then you showed your Twitch reflexes with Counter Strike. Dang, that's awesome. So those were the earliest games you'd played.
Yeah, those were the first two games. Then Dota 1.
Of course,
Of
essential.
course.
Definitely
So,
an essential.
was it like a thing where your friends would play and they were like, "Oh, just come play with us," or was it something that you found on your own and you were like, "Oh, this seems like fun."
Yeah, during high school it was of course, my classmates.
Oh,
Then later on, when I play on the computer shop, I met some friends. Then, yeah, we started a group, something like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
This is CaraCute, the origins, ladies and gentlemen. The origins. So when did you get into Hearthstone? How long ago was that?
That was October 2015.
Okay.
Wow.
I started playing Hearthstone in the office. Not my current office, my previous office. My office mates were playing and they're like, try this because you can play it on mobile. So
Ooh.
I just tried it and I got hooked. After that, they're not playing anymore. I'm the only one who's playing.
What was it because you beat them so many times that they just gave up? Was that?
Probably she like bullied them to quitting. Like, I don't want to play with her anymore. She's too good.
Maybe I just took it very seriously and they just stopped playing.
So did you turn pro while you were playing like around them? Like, do they know you're pro now?
Yeah, they before I resigned 2 months ago. Yeah, they already know that I'm playing professionally and that I'm sponsored. So
Wow.
That's so cool.
they're proud.
I'm sure. So, I'm sure they were supportive as well. Did they have any inkling? When they first got you into the game, did they know? Oh, this girl's gonna go far. This girl's gonna turn pro.
Yeah.
No, they have no idea because they're just playing actually very casual. So
That's awesome.
we're also free to play before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see.
So, is that a statement? Like, are you not free to play anymore? Does TNC supply you with a couple of card packs from time to time?
Yeah, they supply me card packs.
That's so cool. So, is it okay if we ask how many and how often they give you card packs? Or is that like a...
Actually, I don't demand much because I already have the collection. I just ask them to buy the pre-order for my
Ooh.
for two servers. So that's Asia and the
Wow.
Americas.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh, Mick, I'm kind of glad we didn't give away the pre-order as a tournament gift because like
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And shout out to the winner, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Riptide. How you doing, man? Been a while, but yeah, he won.
Yeah, I hope
and
Riptide's in the chat.
yeah, he actually stopped playing after he got it. He opened it.
Oh!
Just wanna say that right now.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kara, that's awesome that you know the TNT is very supportive in that way. So I know Blizzard are the ones who sponsor the trips to HCTs and stuff. Does TNC help you in any way with your travels to tournaments?
Yeah, if there's a open tournament, like anyone can join because some of the tournaments, like the Pattaya tournament in Pattaya and the recent is the HCT Bangkok. It's actually anyone can join as long as you go to the venue.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh.
they
It's an
support.
open.
Yeah, it's an open, so they support me. They pay for my flights and hotel, food.
Wow.
Man, that's so cool to have a team that helps you out like that.
I want to
What-
experience that.
Yeah.
Oh.
One day, Mick, quit stalling. We'll fund your nothing. So
We'll fund your trip to Cebu, but you might have to pay for. But it's only one way. You have to take the Roro going back.
we'll just leave you in Cebu. That's so cool. So, when you go to these tournaments, Kara, do you have, actually, let me ask, how many tournaments have you been to? Do you keep count?
Yeah, because it's only two.
Oh.
There's another tournament this coming June next week in Korea, but it's very hard to register. Actually, only two persons in the Philippines was able to register. That's Taz and Big Mac. The rest, Waning Moon, Chalk, they didn't reach the cutoff because everyone is like registering. Just 1 minute after the registration opens, there's no more slots.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was like a game of luck to register.
Yeah.
Dang. So is that online? How does registering for a tournament like this work?
Yeah, so they will give a date and time when the registration will be open. So they will
Okay.
say it's open for Southeast Asia, then another time for Americas, Europe, like something like that. So when it opens, just submit the registration form, and once, for example, they will get the first 128 players who registers. Then you'll just need to provide your flight itinerary within like 7 days. If not, then others in the waiting, like the 129 players onward, will get the slot.
That's crazy. So technically, you're still in it. You're hoping to make it into the tournament by chance if someone doesn't submit an itinerary.
Yeah, but it's highly improbable because almost everyone submitted.
Oh yeah.
No one backed out.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like if you sign up for this, you're kind of serious about going to Korea. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping no one backs out.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, Mick, are you alright? You seem winded.
No, because someone posted something on the chat that I don't know if we should ask.
Yeah, I think I just saw that switch. I think I just saw that
switch.
switch.
Wow. I was like, whoa, that's an
Oh
issue.
man.
That's an issue.
I mean, we can do it in the after show. Let's not record it.
After show, so that they don't record it. No one can record it. No one can clip it.
Switch. Okay. You are awesome, Switch. I mean, we had Switch on last week. Great guy. Mick, man, I know you got a couple of questions for Kara, so go for it.
Okay, so actually, my questions are more Hearthstone related, if you don't mind me asking. What is your favorite Hearthstone class?
My favorite Hearthstone class is Mage.
Oh, mage. Wait, what decks did you like? Do you prefer from mage? Like from when you began all the way up to now. What were some of your most memorable, most favorite decks of mage?
Yeah, my favorite is the tempo mage, they call it. It's the one with the flame walker, where
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, when
Yeah.
you cast a spell, it will cast like two random random one damage to any random opponent. Random, what's I call
Random
this,
target.
enemy?
Enemy
Yeah,
target.
random target.
Yeah. Is that the one where people like at turn 3 they'll drop the flame walker, then coin,
Coin.
and then arcane missiles?
Yeah,
Is that-
yeah. That,
Oh, wow, that was crazy, and that was like that was about 2 years ago. Am I correct?
yeah.
So
CaraCute
yeah,
digging into her archives for that
Exact-
favorite.
so you actually mentioned Flamewalker. So I'm guessing Flamewalker may be your favorite Hearthstone card, or is there something else?
Actually, it's Fireball.
Fireball. Okay, that's actually a first.
Yeah.
Wow. Fireball, the 6. Yeah. Wait. Fireball is the 4 mana. Oh yeah.
4
No, I was
mana,
thinking
6 damage.
about Pyroblast. That's a different card.
Mhm.
Sorry about that. But wow, Fireball. That's pretty cool. That is so cool. And as for legendaries, what's your favorite legendary though? Among I mean, for everything.
Archmage Antonidas.
Ooh, nice.
You lover.
Cara likes
Sodium
her some magic. Cara likes her some
She
magic.
does love magic. Yeah. So have you ever like won like a specific tournament, by using mage? Like, has it solely been the reason why you won all this time?
It's actually the one of the most memorable tournament. It's the Hearthstone Championship Tour, the winter playoffs. I was down 0-2 and I reverse swept my opponent. And my last deck was the Tempo Mage.
Tempo
Damn!
first sweep.
That,
No,
that had to feel good. Any
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a reverse sweep, like
What?
oh my god.
Alright. So that really shows you really love me. Like mage is really like, so you keep it always in your deck lists, right? Like that when you submit deck lists for tournaments, you always have a mage, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, usually even if it's bad sometimes, Secret Mage, I still want to play it. And I sometimes lose because it's not good. Like sometimes
Oh.
Secret Mage is not, but I still want to play it. So
Hey, you
Wow.
have your favorites, right? You have
Yeah.
your favorites. It's hard, like especially when you love a specific card in that deck and you just want to keep playing it. Like it's hard to let go, especially if you
Yeah.
don't want to play meta. Who wants to play meta? That's boring. Everyone plays meta.
Dude, it's like how I still have Miracle Rogue in my lists all this time because it's my favorite. It's my favorite deck of all time. Rogue is my favorite class,
Most
so I always have that, no matter what. I think I could, I think everybody, like every Hearthstone player, has that one class that they really love so much that they'll always have at least one deck, even if it's not good. They'll still have it in their list. Am I correct?
yeah.
Right?
yeah, because you also play sometimes your comfort deck. So if you're comfortable with that, you're going to use it.
Exactly. Or even like there's always that one card that people just want to
Yeah.
build a deck around, even if they don't use it. You know, like,
Oh,
like, I love Tess Greymane. Leave me alone. I want to make her work. God damn.
Wait, she does work, don't you know?
I know, but I'm just
It's a really
I'm
good
picking
deck,
the
but-
worst examples. Yeah.
Oh,
She's actually the first
Millhouse
legendary I
Manstone.
got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she's
love
the first
Millhouse
legendary I
Manstone.
got for this expansion for the
Oh, you got
Witchwood.
Tess?
Yeah, I
You
got Tess right away.
Wait, you lucky boy. I don't have Tess.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Fine.
Okay, so back to CaraCute. Enough about us. Enough about us.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Cara, we talked about your participation in tournaments, so I want to circle back to that a little bit because we're curious. Do you have any superstitions or rituals or habits that you do? Like, do you put baby powder on your hand and you just throw it in the air before you play? Like, is it...
Doing a LeBron.
Um,
She's so confused. I'm so sorry. Because honestly, no matter what, if I ever get to play an esport, that will be my entrance. Like I'll just come out with baby powder. I don't care if it's gonna mess up my keyboard or my mouse. I'm just gonna put it on and just throw it in the air. That's my entrance. That's my esports. Oh, so sorry, Cara. Do you have any things you do?
Before the tournament.
Yep.
If it's really a big tournament like a qualifier or something, I just pray.
Oh, that's nice. That's actually really nice. You actually pray.
Yeah, I just if it's a big tournament, but if it's like a normal online online tournament, what do I do? I just ensure that I was able to sleep well.
Oh, yeah, because online tournaments are actually like they start at around midnight, right? Or like even more. Am I right?
For local tournaments here,
Oh,
they start 12 noon. But if it's an international tournament, it usually starts 2 a.m.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. What? Like no
Yeah.
matter what is that? Like no matter where you are, it starts at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Or
No, it's different. It's different. Sometimes 5 a.m. So it really depends. But if it's Southeast
Dang.
Asia, if it's Southeast Asia tournament, usually like 12 noon or normal hours if it's Southeast Asia. But if it's Americas, they will cater to the Americas region, of
Yeah.
course.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I understand what she's saying. Well, I have competed in an online tournament as well.
I love when
Not to
people say
brag.
that. I don't want to brag, but I'm about to. Like,
Because you just want to announce it because you're like, yeah, I'm bragging, but
oh my god.
yeah, at the same time, no. Right.
Oh man.
All right.
So that's pretty cool. Do you, that's that's what you do before, Cara. Like, do you do anything after? Do you celebrate or look inward to yourself after a tournament? Do you ever like reflect? What are the things you do after?
So after, if I lost, then I need to. If I lost, then I misplayed. Sometimes I can't sleep.
Oh really?
Wow, it constantly runs through.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if I won, then I'm happy. I'll just celebrate. Probably deliver because I don't cook. I just
Oh yeah,
deliver food.
Wow.
definitely.
Yeah.
No, I get you. Like, I think a lot of people who are watching or listening can empathize. Like, if you lose, like in any like even just in the ladder, and then you go to bed after a loss, that's gonna sting. That's gonna haunt you till you sleep.
Wow, it does.
Yeah. Sorry, Cara. I don't mean to
Yeah.
I don't mean to be a downer, but
Cara, question though, do you when you're in tournaments, do you like do what other pro players do and like they have a pen and paper, like for online tournaments, not for live because I know they're banned now. And do you write down the cards that you see whenever you like face an opponent?
For online tournaments,
Yeah.
no need for writing because there's deck tracker.
Oh, so you use deck tracker. Okay.
Yeah, because deck tracker is it's legal. You can use it during online tournaments.
Actually, I was gonna ask you if you actually use Hearthstone deck tracker or are you like an old-fashioned Hearthstone player and you just write it down on a booklet.
No, I don't. Because if you have a deck tracker, it's also easier to track your stats
Oh
and
yeah.
your win percentages, and then there's a replay function like when after the game you can review your turns, what you could have done better. So that's also one of the one of the features for deck tracker because you can replay it, you can review.
Oh yeah. I mean, that makes total sense. Like, use every advantage at your disposal, right? Because
Yep.
nothing is gonna prevent your opponent from doing the same thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's it's okay. You can really use deck tracker. The only problem is if you get used to it, then you when you play live, then it's hard for you because
Yeah.
you always depend on the jig tracker when you're playing online.
Indeed.
I see.
So
Wow.
Yeah, that makes total sense. That's cool though. Like a little insight for those at home who want
Yeah.
to go pro.
yeah.
Wow.
I want to take a quick break and remind everyone that at the end of this, not when we end, but like right before we end the show, we're gonna give away a private coaching session with the one and only CaraCute for
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
Hey.
So if you guys,
Oh, correction, it is a 2-hour
Oh.
coaching session. Laddering coach session.
with this lady,
With CaraCute.
with this lovely
Yeah.
lady right here, yes,
Yes.
yes, and then once we announce the winner, we'll private message you, and then we'll give you the details on how you can contact CaraCute. And I guess we could say it now, guys. At the end of the stream, we're gonna be giving or Cara is gonna be giving us a keyword for you to type into the chat,
Yeah.
and then just spam it all you want, and then one random lucky
Gonna get
spammer. No, yeah, but spam it all you want for good luck, and then one random winner will have the pleasure and privilege to be coached by CaraCute on the ladder. One day, I too hope to be coached on the ladder when I have a deck that doesn't involve memes. So fingers crossed. But yeah, I want to ask Cara a couple more questions. But Mick, man, I've been doing a lot, so you ask Cara some questions.
That's fine. Okay. So, Kara, I have a question because a lot of people have been debating about how pro players would play. There are some players who are very very value oriented, so they really want to get their value out of their cards. So with how much your mana gauge is, and they try to compute. Okay, if I use this and this, that's 5 mana. It'll do this much damage and stuff. And then there are others who really just like somehow wing it. They think about maybe 3 steps ahead, but then when things change, they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna risk it. Let's go face like that. So I want to ask you, what's your strat though when you compete? Are you more of a value based player, or do you really like take those risks, those big risks that might pay off or might lose you the game?
Yeah, for me, I usually I'm the one who takes the risk because you need to first identify what your win condition is. So then next is you need to evaluate the risk that you're going to take. Like if he has this card, then you will just lose. Just accept it. But if he does not, then your risk paid off. So you need to calculate what is the best percentage for you to win the game.
I see. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, Mido Ban 006 on the chat goes, will you attend again at the upcoming ESGS Miss CaraCute?
Oh yeah, are you going to ESGS, Cara?
Yeah, are you going to ESGS?
Yeah, if there's Hearthstone, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Even if there's not, just go and hang out with us.
Just pass by in the arena. We'll probably be there playing Hearthstone with the volunteers.
I mean, we don't want to
Yeah.
assume, but
Yeah.
Gwen.
Hey, Mother Gwen, how are you
No,
doing?
but yeah, either we're gonna do the interviews again, or we're just gonna help out in the arena.
Yeah.
We're likely gonna be there. So yeah, we're looking forward to hang out with everyone at ESGS,
Well,
which
we'll
is like
probably-
months away.
Wow, it's a month away.
No, month.
Months.
Months away. Months away. Nick.
Months away. Okay, sorry, I didn't hear the S.
It's fine. Okay, so let's talk more about live tournaments and online competitions. So, Cara, do you have any tips for people who just want to get into it? Who are afraid and they're like, you know what? Now that I've seen Cara on GameByte, I want to get into live tournaments and just, I want to try and go pro. Like, do you have any advice for people who want to get into the competitive scene?
Yeah, the first advice is if you really want to play competitively, and then you just have to start joining tournaments, because before when I was starting, I joined every tournament that I can play. Even if I lose, I still join, because as I can see right now during tournaments, I can see the players are like all the same. So I think we also need new bloods
True.
to, yeah. So just don't be afraid to join. If you don't know, if you're scared, it's okay. you, you will learn. So just a few strategies that you need to I know, just few guidelines. So first of all, just know the rules of the tournament. So that's very important. Before you join, check the rules. How many decks do you need? Um, what is the format of the tournament? How do you win? Like, is it double elimination, Swiss, single elimination, something like that. Then for the advanced tips, then when trying to prepare for your lineup, trying to prepare for your tournament lineup. So one of my strategy is like think of a deck that you want to counter. Another strategy is think of a deck that you will ban. So for example, you will ban one deck, then three of your other decks should be can be bad against that deck that you're going to ban. Something like that. It's like
Oh,
and then if you're going to counter a deck, then just pick four decks that is good to whatever that deck you think is very popular in the ladder or in the meta.
I see.
Then during tournaments, you also need to check for the text in every deck. Like usually all the decks are the same. It's just two to three cards that are really different, which are called tech. Like you use it to for a certain purpose. Yeah. Then
Okay.
when facing an opponent, if it's a big tournament or like a qualifier, you need to also do background checks or like check the
Oh,
profile of your opponent. What is his tendencies? What is his weakness? Something like that. Anything to have that advantage.
wow.
Man, that is
And
cerebral.
Yep.
yeah. And last is of course create your spreadsheet for the stats. It's easier to have a spreadsheet.
That's awesome. So if
Wow.
I could sum that up, guys, folks at home, here are CaraCute's tips. 1. Know the rules. 2. Think of counters and bans. 3. Know your opponent. And 4. Spreadsheet. Always for stats. Oh,
Oh.
okay. We lost our video for a second, but okay,
Oh
she's back.
gosh.
That's awesome. Okay, so
Yep.
guys, I hope you can take that into consideration when you compete in your next tournament. Of course, I remember when Cara competed in the Fireside Gathering,
Oh,
and
wow.
you know, even though people knew who she was, they still got destroyed. So sometimes, whether you're gonna run up against an opponent who might just defeat you. Don't lose heart. Don't lose heart. Learn from it.
Yep.
Learn from it, and keep playing. Like Cara said,
Yeah.
just compete in as many as you can, and you'll
Yeah.
get it eventually.
I'd actually like to share a story about the fireside gathering with, when Kara was there. We had one guest. His name was Jabamaka.
Oh, Jabamaka.
Jabamaka. There we go. And then Jabamaka, when he arrived, the first thing he asked was, "Okay, so what are we gonna do here? I want to get the card back." And I go, "Okay, so you can get the card back, but would you like to join the pods? We're having like a mini impromptu tournament." And he's like, "Oh, sure, yeah, but I think they're all tryhards." I'm like, "No, they're fine. Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
okay.
God.
We're just gonna wait for like two more. We're just gonna wait for like one more person." And all of a sudden, like 15 minutes later, CaraCute walks in. And then he's like, you could see his face. His face was like, "Oh no, did I get myself into?" But let me point something out that Jabamaka was the only player in the
Oh, yeah.
9 or 10 people that went to the fireside gathering who was scored one win against
Yeah.
CaraCute.
He took a hand, man, with a meme deck.
Yeah.
The final score was 2-1, and then everyone else was swept by CaraCute. Just want to point that out. So
Huge shout out to Julius, man. Jabamaka,
Julius.
you good
Jabamaka.
job. Good job.
So just
Caught her off
so-
guard there.
What can we pick up from that story? There's only one thing you can pick up from that story.
Memes.
Anything is possible if you put your mind to the game. That's it. All you need to know. So don't be afraid. If you see Staz or if you see Kara or if you see any of the other Hearthstone Pro players competing in that fireside gathering, don't you fret. Because there's always this game is RNG. So like maybe 30% RNG, like what Switch said last week. 30% RNG and then like 70% is skill. So bam. Always have faith in your decks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. So, Kara, we've talked about how you can get into the competitive scene and tips that you've given. Guys like Elder Jin. Justin in the chat. No, it's not set up. I did that. Beep boop. 1 hour 17 minutes. I'm clever, Justin. I'm clever. All right. But Kara. Guys like me and Elder Jin, we're just filthy casuals, and we want to know, can you offer any advice to people like us, just trying to climb up the ladder, or people who are just struggling to get to legend? Because usually the advice that we're given is just keep grinding, man. But
You can do it.
just keep going, bruh. But since you've given such amazing advice, that's more cerebral, more intuitive, and there's more of a thought process. Can you give tips to casuals like us that we can use to climb a little higher in the ladder?
Okay. So first thing is you need to have someone. You need to have a playmate. No, I think it's really hard to grind if you're alone. You need to have someone you can talk to about the game, like who can help you probably play with. Before, when I hit legend, not that fast. I think it was 10 months. And what you need to do is first try to read some articles. There are so many articles like on how to reach legend, on like what is wrong, on why you can't hit legend. I think the number one reason is your attitude. Because if you get frustrated, something like that, you need to check what is the thing that keeps you losing. Like, why are you losing? That's the first question. So you need to evaluate what is your what are you doing wrong.
Yeah.
So would you also recommend maybe like recording your game if you're playing on the computer? Like, would that be something you would recommend? So you can
you can do that using the deck tracker. So every game you can replay your game, see what you could have done better.
That's some pro advice. Oh man,
But
that's so
there
cool.
are a few things that I need to point out, like things to remember. Actually, I wrote this when I was still starting. I just saw it. I saw it in my spreadsheet. So there are a few things you need to remember when playing Hearthstone. And this was also taught to me, was advised by also my coach. Before my friend, my office mate is also really good. He also coaches me when I was still starting. And yeah, it really helps to have someone that can coach you. So just a friend or anyone that can coach or talk to about the game. So yeah, so those here are the things to remember.
Oh, nice.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
More tips. Let me write this
Guys,
down.
I will type it in the chat while she says it.
Notepad.
Let's go.
Okay, so the first one is always check for coin. Okay. Because it's really important. Like, you need to know there's a difference between going first and going second. So you need to always remember if there's a coin in your opponent's hand, you need to be prepared for that. Okay. Number 2 is always count lethal because sometimes you're like focused on the board. You're not checking if you can actually lethal your opponent. So
Okay.
always check your minions on board. Always check your buff cards in your hand. Then
Yeah.
count if it's lethal. So that's one thing I noticed when I was starting before. I don't count lethal. I just don't count lethal. But then once you practice doing it, you start you'll get used to it.
Yeah.
Then the third one is check if you're dead on board. So when opponent has minions, sometimes you have 10 mana, you just do whatever you want, but then you don't count that you're dead already on board. Like you want to draw, you want to do this. Always check if you're dead on board. Fourth one is what is the opponent's best turn. So during your turn, like if it's your fourth turn, and then the opponent's turn, next turn is turn 5, you need to think what is the opponent's best turn on turn 5
Mm-hmm.
so that you can better prepare the turn that you're going to do before his turn. Gets?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah. Then the last one is what is your follow-up play? So you just don't use your mana if you feel like using it, like, oh, I have 3 mana, just think of what is your play next turn or 2 turns, the next 2 turns. Always think what is your follow-up play. You just don't do the play because you want to. You need to know that what are you going to do for the next. So yeah.
That's awesome. So when you mentioned, counting if you're lethal, I noticed you did that during the fireside gathering. That's actually one of the first things that stood out to me when you were playing, and I actually started doing that in the toilet. I mean, when I was playing Hearthstone. So
You're counting?
yeah, I started counting, and it's helped a lot actually. Just keeping that in mind until it just became like I did that a lot
Yep.
with it forefront of my mind, and then eventually just became habit. So that's really good advice. And when you mentioned Cara earlier that getting a friend or just someone who knows the game as well or wants to like learn more about the game, coach you or watch your games with you or watch games with each other. I think that applies to a lot of things in esports and sports and kind of in life. Like if you have someone that could give you feedback and not criticism necessarily, but like positive feedback and good back and forth, that's always going to help you. Like recently I've applied that with Overwatch when I have friends watch my videos and stuff. Hi Yumi, soon.
Oh wait, you're cutting again.
Yeah.
Bleep bloop blorp, bleep bloop, bleep bloop. No, but the folks at home that are watching actually can hear me perfectly, so it's cool. But yeah, like I have people who can watch videos of me playing Overwatch and they can point out like, oh, you overextended here, you trickled in here, stuff like that, like things that you may not notice, but other people could point out for you without being a jerk about it. That's really going to be helpful in the long run. So like, I guess if you could find a good person that could give you feedback on your play, whether it's Hearthstone, whether it's Dota, that's invaluable in my opinion.
So, shout out to my coach, Maktung. Thank you for helping me out, trying to get to legend. We failed, but it's fine.
One day, Mick.
We failed countless times. Even he hasn't reached legend. We're normally at the 5s. Yes.
Man, one day. Okay.
One day.
Do we have any more questions in the chat? Anyone have any more questions for CaraCute?
Actually, there was a question a while ago from India Nero 1572, and he asked, as a top HS player, how many hours do you spend trying to rank to legend?
No. If I could take this one, he's pretty much saying, to be competitive and to stay at legend, how many hours do you play? How many Hearthstone hours do you play, Cara?
I think the question was to rank up. Is it to rank up? But for me, well, personally answer that question, I don't play that much. I only play like 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours per day on
Wow.
weekdays. That's not that much because some other players play 10 hours. But
Oh
on
my
weekdays, I play maybe more than 8 hours.
Okay.
Weekends, sorry.
Oh,
Weekends.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like that's the beauty of Hearthstone is you could also just pick it up and play wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool. So, so is that like regularly? Like, you don't miss a day? Like you usually play like 3 to 4 hours?
Actually, yeah, I don't miss a day because I also do quests.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I think I at least played 2 hours minimum. But recently, I was not able to play because I was busy moving.
Oh.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thanks. So I already moved
Yeah.
in to my new place. So
Yeah, it
wanted
looks
to
good.
play more. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, and we're looking forward to the streams. We're looking forward to the streams. I hope
Yep.
they're educational because I want to learn a couple of things from the CaraCute.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
hopefully.
okay. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so Cara, we've talked about your past, we've talked about your present, and there's not enough time. I wish we had more time with you because you're such an awesome guest. But I want to find out what's next for CaraCute. What are you up to next?
So the next is I've been nominated for the Hearthstone Global Games for the second straight year. So I would need to. This time they can vote 3 players because before the voting is only 1 player per
Oh.
1 person per person. So
That's
now you're allowed to vote up to 3 players for each Blizzard account.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So where do we
Wow.
vote? So this is to get you into the HGG, right?
Yeah.
Into the Hearthstone Global Games. So how does someone vote for their favorite Hearthstone player at CaraCute?
The voting is not yet open, but
Okay.
Blizzard will probably send an email, and of course I will tweet it as well, post it for the link for the votation. Hopefully it will be released as per them before June 3.
Okay.
So yeah.
Vote for CaraCute, guys. Gosh dang it. She
Woo.
deserves it. After all that advice, all that free advice she gave you,
Yeah.
vote for her.
That
you
was
have 3 votes, so just reserve 1 vote for me. The other 2 just vote for anyone.
anybody.
Yeah, anybody like Switch.
Anybody.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe Switch or maybe, I don't know, like maybe Herald Plays. No.
Oh, as if. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So when Cara does have the links available, we will post it on our social media as well. Support Cara, guys, wherever you can, whenever you can, because what an interview. Let's be honest.
Yep.
This is an amazing
It's a
interview.
really
I learned
good-
so much.
Really good. Yeah.
I think I'm ready to hit legend as a casual. I think I'm ready. I think it's
Wow,
my time.
you're gonna hit legend before I do. Oh man. Yeah.
So before we wrap up, there are a couple more questions in the chat that I want to address. A couple of silly ones as well, like Mido Ban in the chat says, "Do you sometimes taunt or squelch your opponents? Like, do you taunt them or do you like silence them from being jerks? Does that happen?"
Yeah, I usually squelch opponents if they like being too annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Then I also taunt some.
Yeah.
If they like taunt me first and then they
GM.
will lose. Then then I will like win, then I will spam them with emotes.
That's awesome. I
So-
really wish Illidan's voice line was a
BMing
taunt.
at its finest, of course.
Yeah.
Never forget the BM, guys.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
part of the game.
No,
No
no,
BM,
do
no
not,
game.
do not. No, we do not preach.
No, it's
We did not-
friendly banter, okay?
Ah,
It's like how people like everyone who BMs me and then I lose, I would add them and they think I'm gonna be salty. I'm like, hey man, GG, can I get a copy of your list? Oh yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, dude, that was a crazy match. And I'm like, I'm just talking to them normally. I mean,
Be nice.
dude,
Exactly. Be nice to people.
Yeah, be nice. I mean, you can BM all you want, but you gotta be nice. You gotta be nice. Because after that match, we're all friends. Don't forget, we're all friends. We all have the same likes, which is Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Indeed.
don't forget that.
Indeed. Yes. Cara, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show, and it's been a pleasure. And before we wrap up, I want to talk about quick news points before we give away your private coaching sessions. I want to bring up a couple of bullet points. We're sad to be in a time where Total Biscuit is past. Famous podcaster, online personality, Total Biscuit. So, rest in peace, John Bain. And, we hope your family's good. Battlefield, not Battlefield. Call of Duty is on the BattleNet launcher. So, what the heck? Because it's going to be a battle royale.
It's the Activision deal thing. It's like Destiny 2, man.
Yeah. Blue, or the PUBG Corp, is suing Epic Games because they also made Fortnite Battle Royale. And Battlefield 5 and its campaign against loot boxes is a thing. So who would have thought?
In a tweet, they basically said no loot boxes, no premium pass. All players have access to the same maps and modes in Battlefield 5. Keep your SWAT together, no matter the front. So have they learned their lesson? What do you think? Well, what do you think, guys? Have they learned their lesson from that whole Battlefront 2 fiasco they experienced with the loot boxes and
of course not.
Pay to win thing?
Of course not.
Maybe it's a marketing campaign.
This is just a buy time.
Yeah.
And Bethesda has announced Fallout 76 as well a couple of minutes ago, I think. So like an hour ago. Wow. So good stuff.
Great time to be gamer now. Great time to be gamer.
We're all soldiers now. So I think it's that time, guys. Let me bring it up on the screen right now. Where is that? There. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be giving away a free 2-hour coaching session with a lovely and talented, insightful CaraCute Hearthstone Pro extraordinaire for TNC Philippines. And this is how it's going to go down. She is going to give us... Oh, and shout out to Gani1 over in the chat. Hey, Gani. This is how it's going to go, guys. We're going to give a keyword, as you can see here on the screen. Keyword. CaraCute is going to be giving a keyword that it's going to be case insensitive. So she'll give you the keyword, and you spam it in the chat as much as you want. Just keep typing it in. All right, and we're going to pick a random winner from the chat, whoever spams the keyword. And we'll send you a message, and you will win the exclusive and first ever CaraCute coaching session for Hearthstone. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do this. Cara, are you just gonna type it in chat, or are you gonna type it?
No, I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
Anything.
Oh, is it the word anything? Like.
No, not yet.
Oh, switch disqualified.
Switch disqualified ka na. Oh man.
This is for the plebs.
This is for the plebs. Oh, I should spam this in chat with
HCT Taiwan winners.
Yeah.
Like or second place like Staz or anybody in that who placed.
Oh man. All right, let's do this. So CaraCute, for the folks at home. So once again, this is just a live giveaway. Sorry to the podcast listeners who are hearing this a day or so later, or the VOD watchers. This is just strictly live. So Cara, what is the keyword that everyone has to type in the chat to get a chance to win one night with CaraCute?
I am so sorry for that. I am very... On behalf of the whole Quit Stalling Media Network, we would like to apologize to Miss CaraCute for comments made by... God.
So Cara, what is the keyword? Oh, we lost your face. Oh, you're back.
The word is... Ready, guys?
Yes, that is yes.
Oh, Ellie got it. You need to type caramel.
Yep.
All right, everyone type caramel in the chat. It's highlighted in your face. Let me type it as well. There it is. Just type it. Oops. Let me how do I do that?
Hi, Caramel. Hi.
There. Just type in Caramel. There you go for a chance to win a free private coaching lesson with CaraCute for Hearthstone. Yes, climb up the ladder with the help of the one and only CaraCute. And get those card packs as you climb. It's 2 hours, guys. That's a long time to climb. It's a very long time to climb.
I love how Jay-Z time just goes camel.
Camel cute.
Camel.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, caramel sauce. All right, guys. We're gonna give this a minute. We're gonna give this a minute as people are spamming in the chat. Cara Madame is what I meant. Do you have any shout outs you want to give as we're letting the people spam the chat? Let's play the outro music as we're doing this. Where is that? There we go. All right, so Cara, any shout outs you want to give? Any people you want to thank? Any loved ones you want to love?
Just want to thank TNC for supporting me. Hope for another more years to come. And guys, follow my social media accounts. So that's facebook.com/CaraCuteHS, twitter.com/CaraCuteHS, and Instagram /Cara_cute.
Awesome.
That's it.
What a pro! She's also a pro at Outrose. That's so awesome.
She kind of beat me as well. So yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. We're about to announce the winner. We're about to hit roll it. All right, if you want to win a chance to get a private coaching lesson from CaraCute to play Hearthstone, now is the time to type Caramel in the chat.
Type it in the chat.
If you win, I swear to God, it's gonna be so funny.
I'm gonna type it on the chat.
Funny.
You should
All
do.
right.
You should.
Oh, thanks,
No,
guys.
it's you. Nah, never mind. You're.
All right, here we go, guys. Oh, underscore sick in the chat. Hey, man. All right, everyone has dropped their ballots in. Let's find out who will win the one night with CaraCute. Here we go. Wait, let's get a good drum roll here. Let's lower the music. Let's get a good drum roll. Where's my drum roll soundbite? Drum roll. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Type it in. Last chance. Elder Jen!
Oh, wow!
Congratulations, Elder Jen. You will be climbing the ladder with a little help from Hearthstone Pro CaraCute. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This has been awesome. Cara, it's been such a good show. It's been a pleasure. I can say this without a doubt. You've been one of the most delightful guests we've ever had on the show. You're up there with the Elder Jins of the world, you know.
Jin, you know.
Oh man.
To quote Herald, the bar keeps getting raised. This is He says it most of the time, almost every episode. But
don't
bar
out me
has
like that.
Raised.
Don't out me like that, Mick.
I don't have to out you. She's been watching our episodes, man, and she reaches all the way to the end. So yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, congratulations, Elder Jin. We will private message you on how you can contact Cara and get that coaching session. And of course, I'm sure Emily will want to be around for that Skype call. So, Jay-Z time in the chat says camel discrimination. Camels cannot win this competition. We specifically forgot to say that, but yeah. So yeah. Mito Ban in the chat says congrats, well played. Congratulations, Elder Jin, and thank you everyone for tuning in and for joining us for this show. I want to give shout outs real quick. Oh, it's working. The leaderboard is working. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Shout out to our top sub, Miko P, for the 2 months in a row. Of course, we got Salon Chen, __sick, Elder Jin, Archer Perez, Pots P or Pot ZP. If you guys are subscribers and are in the chat, spam that Insta-D's emoji while you can. Let me start.
Yeah.
Let me start it off
Before we fix it up.
Yeah. So spam that. Oh, Switch PG is now following on Twitch. Thank you, Switch. Thank you, Switch. Thank you. I am Childish, Human Panda 22. Kit Cloud, Ren's Hill, Self VG, Cake or Key K, Mito Ben, Nick Droid, and Jastain17, and all our wonderful followers. Shout out to everyone who's cheered us on with some bits. Nerf Diva, Elder Jin, CaraCute Plays, Cloud Kun, I Am Kokak, Deej Fabian, and the Android Master Paul. You guys are all awesome. We've had a great time. Mick, man, we found out where people can reach CaraCute, but where can the folks at home reach you, Mick? You specifically.
All right. So if you want to know more about me, ladies and gentlemen, you can always follow me on Twitter. That is @TheFuryBot. You can also follow my Twitch. That is twitch.tv/TheFuryBot, where I will most likely start streaming in the coming months or so. Yeah. And aside from that, you can always find me here on the GameByte podcast every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Philippine time, 5:30 a.m. California time, only here on the Quit Stalling Media Network. So, Harold, where can the fine folks at home find you?
Well, Mick, thank you for asking. First of all, I do want to say you've been saying you're going to stream for like a year, like since you started coming on the show.
You know, before I even joined the show, I actually tried to stream with Diego. I did actually stream Ragnarok online.
I really don't know why you don't stream. You have the internet.
Because now I don't have time.
Oh, okay. Well, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But if you guys want to catch me outside of GameByte, you can catch me on the Quit Stalling Geekcast, which we'll be recording tomorrow, I think. Mick, are you going to be on the Geekcast tomorrow?
Of course I am. I have to watch Solo in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to be reviewing 11 p.m. tomorrow night. That's about 7 a.m. California time, so 11 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. It's the Quit Stalling Geekcast where me, Mick, Diego, a reunion, where we'll be talking about Solo, Deadpool 2, and all the geek news that has come out recently. So check that out, the Quit Stalling Geekcast. If you want to find me specifically, I'm at Herald Plays on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, MyFreeCams, and so many more websites. So check that out. Yep. If you want to find more of Quit Stalling, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/QuitStallingUs. We're on Twitter @QuitStallingUs. We're on Instagram @QuitStalling. You're probably watching us right now on Twitch, so hit that follow button. Cheer us on with some bits if you want to. Subscribe if you feel like it. And of course, if you want to support us in any other way or with any other amount, just click that support button below. If you want to find our schedules for when we record, it's also below. There's a button down there on Twitch. If you're listening to us on the podcasts or on the YouTubes, the descriptions or the links are in the descriptions. Of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, you're probably on youtube.com/quitstalling. Subscribe if you like the content. Leave a thumbs up. And if you're listening to the podcast version, then you're probably either listening to us because you downloaded us on Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and so many more. And if you're enjoying the content, leave us a 5-star review so that other people can find us. Because you know what? Every review helps. And the more people that know about us, the better. Isn't that right, CaraCute?
Yeah.
Yes, CaraCute, the Hearthstone pro. Cara, if this goes well, if Elder Jin is a good student, would you be giving away more private coaching sessions? Maybe on your Facebook or on your Twitter? Maybe live on Twitch?
Maybe.
Yeah, I do coaching upon request.
So that's social media, guys. That CaraCute social media. Hit her up, get into those DMs, and let her know that you want some of that sweet coaching. All right, guys. We for those of you tuning in live, we've got a little bit of an after show as we always do. So stay tuned. Don't leave just yet. But we're wrapping up the show proper. For the folks at home who are watching the YouTubes or listening because they're on a commute. So for Mick, for Cara, for the absent Diego, and of course I am Harold. We'll see you guys next week with special guest captain of the Miraculum Overwatch esports team, Yuki Tanaka, aka Fascinate. He'll be on next week. That is June 6th. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys next week. Same bite time, same bite channel. Until then, get off your butts and quit stalling. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
The This episode of GameByte is brought to you by the Quit Stalling Media Network. For more, check out all the social media links that Herald has just told you about. Get off your butts and quit stalling.